What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on F1 24 for the 2027 season. It's round number 5 and we are back in Austria. If you just check out Canada, I recommend you go check that video out after this one. Or, no, actually, go check out before you and then come back to this one, as it was a competitive race. It was competitive, very competitive, as we had our first DNF of the season. And it wasn't because we crashed into our teammate. It wasn't because we crashed in another car. We finally got our first mechanical failure of this entire, what they call, entire Formula One career. Last lap of the Grand Prix, we got a mechanical failure. It reached 100%, and I was praying it wouldn't. But I'm going to fit a whole new car as we are halfway into the season. You might as well take advantage of a whole new car and hit the ground running for Austria. We're going to set some personal objectives, as why not? And should be possible in Austria, very possible in Austria as well. And lift and coast for 40 seconds, that is possible in Austria as well. But we're just stacking up these resources, as I reckon another secret meeting is going to come sooner rather than later. And
okay, mate, I'm pleased to say that our new parts have come through without any issue, so they'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.
And because if we go to, I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to review my contract, review it. I don't normally show this, but we're going to review the contract. And what we're going to do is, we're going to do something a little bit different. Not normally I do this, but to save my seat, I'm going to put it on 96. Just because I want to save my seat very well, very competitively. I need to save my seat. But accolades, I don't think is... Oh, hello. Accolades might help us this weekend with some experience. And that is very good. But if you don't know what these accolades are, these help you get experience. So I'll get enhances on my experience, which will move up significantly and will move me up significantly as well. But let's go for the sprint qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix, or the Red Bull Ring. Let's go. Right, guys, we're in qualifying for the Red Bull Ring, and you can see it's a little bit overcast, rightly so. It is set to rain in the sprint, which is going to be extremely interesting. Extremely interesting indeed. But the car feels like a machine on track today. Oh my lord. Still managing to get P1 out of that. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That was nearly so much calmer. Okay, I'm never doing that again. I'll never script free practice again then. My apologies. But it's going to be a 1-2 for the first time in our time at Ferrari. It's going to be a 1-2, but followed by Piastri, Verstappen, Russell, Perez, Norris, Sainz, Yuki, Stroll, Gasly, Hamilton. Not even a good qualifying for Mr. Hamilton. It just shows how competitive this grid is at the moment. It's just so competitive, because it's like it's 1.1 seconds around Austria. But let's go for the sprint. Right, guys, as we approach P1 in this good old season, a nice 1-2 for Ferrari. Hopefully we can keep it there. But we need to obviously bounce back this weekend due to the mechanical failure in Canada. But it did say it was going to rain on the strategy board, but I don't see any rain. So, around us. So, it might be last lap, might see some spots, but I don't think we'll see much. It doesn't look like it's going to rain. But as we go for 5 red lights, it's going to be lights out, and away we go. Charles Leclerc is going to get a beautiful reaction time there, and he's going to get right in front of us. I hear a lot of pushing and shoving behind us, but I don't think Charles is going to take that lead. That's his out ERS, and he is quick. He's going to go defensive. We're going to wrap ourselves round him. We're not fighting as much as a yellow flag in sector 1. I think for slow cars. Oh, you can kind of see it, that it's just a little clunk of rain, not a lot. As the Ferraris have just disappeared from the grid. Oh, he's gone deep there. I think I'm going to truck him in a minute. And our DRS is shut. Oh my lord.
Unavailable. The rear wing is down, so you can stay out while we work on a fix.
My karma, even more, trying to let Charles pass, has not worked at all. I'm still going to get that DRS, but not for long. I'm going to have to try and disappear, otherwise we're going to have a catastrophic battle with our teammate, and we've got no DRS. I don't want him to be running away. Oh, we've gone deep into turn number 2, and that's going to give Charles Leclerc, the one with the DRS, a competitive chance. But with the past lap and a half, we've been saving our ERS. So we're going to keep up nice, and oh, it's going to be a squeeze into turn number 3.
5 minutes until rainfall expected. 5 minutes until rain.
We get past that very nicely, but the rainfall is not going to be bothering us at the moment, as me and Charles are just having a nice Grand Prix. And that was, to be fair, beautiful defending. And because we're behind him before the DRS, on the DRS activation, oh, he's going to set one down our inside, and it's going to be drag racing to the line for the 2 Scuderia Ferraris. Side by side, still side by side as well. Oh, it's going to be Charles Leclerc as we get understeer on the final corner. Charles Leclerc wins the sprint in Austria, and it's a 1-2
Okay, good job, mate.
for Ferrari.
Really well done. That was a fantastic drive. Bring it home.
Oh, we just got really cocky at the end, and we got understeer in the final corner. It would have been a drag race, a good old drag race to the line, but it is what it is. Please don't give us the glitch where it gives us 0 points.
Well, that's an end to the sprint
Nah,
section.
thank God.
Next up, we'll set the grid for the Grand Prix.
We wasn't
we'll
here.
See you next time.
If he wasn't here a couple seasons ago, we had a glitch where it would basically give us in the race. I think I won, but it gave us 3 points because of our starting position. But for the championship, that's going to boost me and Charles's gap to Max and Russell, which is going to be very, very good for us in general. But yeah, let's go for qualifying for the main event. Right, guys, we're in qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix. Don't worry, it's dark in the rain today. But as Crofty said in the intro, which you guys unfortunately don't hear, fastest laps of the season, and I can't disagree with him, as we're going to probably set a 103.5 on the board, which is outstanding. That's the quickest I've set around here. But yeah, again, competitive as anything. But of course, qualifying means something, obviously, where you start, but it all depends on your reaction time and going out. But that's the standings. Let's go for the main event.
This is it then, race day in Spielberg for this year's Austrian Grand Prix. Not long to go before our drivers hurtle off the line and into the first turn, the Niki Lauda curve. It was renamed in 2019 in memory of one of Formula One's most beloved figures. The Spielberg circuit then is situated 700 metres above sea level, with just 10 corners making up one of the shortest laps of the season. One time around here is a distance of around 2.6 miles, with the best overtaking chances into turn 1 or the tight uphill of turn 3. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Adams lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Leclerc, Russell, Norris, Sainz, Oscar Piastri, Perez, Hamilton, Tsunoda, Stroll, Ocon, Gasly, Vesti, Bottas, Albon, Behrman, Théo Pourchaire, Joe, and Nico Hülkenberg rounds off the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. And here we go then, the formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? Well, we'll soon find out.
Right, and as we approach P1 to the grid, we're on the mediums, and I think majority of the grid are on the mediums. Yeah, I was looking down when they did the formation lap, and Charles, we're gonna have to take into account as Charles got softs due to the fact he'd be a lot quicker, and he could just overtake Max. If he overtakes Max and he's coming towards us, I think I might let him by. But we're gonna go for the final red lights in Austria. And it's going to be lights out, and away we go. But George Russell's had a beautiful reaction time. Charles is all the way down in 5th place, but he's going to be 3 wide. And that's going to be a hard place for Charles to get out of in terms of position. There could be some broken front wings going down into turn number 2. Yes, it is broken front wings. Oh my lord. It's still yellow flag, probably for, but it was a broken front wing. I don't know what it was, but all of their front wings are dark, so I've got no idea what they could possibly be. But my god, that reaction time from George Russell was, as he would say, was abysmal. Some posh English. And we got a yellow flag.
Okay, clear.
I think it's Fernando Alonso. Probably Fernando Alonso. It is an Aston Martin. It's Carlos Sainz. I completely forget Fernando Alonso isn't even in the game anymore. He's now retired. As we now set the fastest lap of this Grand Prix.
Gap to your teammate behind, 4.8 seconds.
But looking at the map, I'm trying to slow down without losing
Yellow flag.
too much time, and I think I might have to try and hold up Norris and Russell just to help my teammate. As he is getting into a train. And there we go. Norris has now got DRS on myself for the main straight. This is when we help our teammate and slow them down. And we're doing that good. You're doing that very nicely. Here comes Lando with DRS. .7. One's going to go for a move. Oh, all three of them are going for a move.
Lap times are a little erratic at the moment.
And it's going to be contact
the difference between them.
between the drivers. But I brought that gap down considerably. And I control that pace. That is my plan. And some people have pit, and good thing is because Norris pit, slow down Russell, and Max and Charles are all alone with him, so hopefully he can get that all sorted quick time. And because I did some cheeky saving of tyres, I now get to push. Right, in 17 seconds to Mr. Lando Norris. Obviously a 2.4 second pit stop, we want to make that good.
We had an issue removing the right rear wheel. I know it's not ideal, but let's try and put that behind us now and get back into this race.
And yeah, again with an issue, we're going to come out amidst the pack.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track.
We're at P7, just come out in front of Oscar Piastri. We're just behind our teammate, and with this extra ERS, obviously him not having a DRS on us and there being a little train, we're going to slot past like Lightning McQueen. Lap 16, I'm getting past him right now, mate.
Great stuff. It looked like you made easy work of that target. Let's try and keep that going right through to the end of the race.
Apologies if there's no speaker, I'm just going to lock in. Oh my god, George moving under braking. Oh, it's Norris and Hamilton charging for the lead. I did not realise that. I don't really want to take a win away from Lewis Hamilton. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to. As he's done a brilliant strategy. Starting very far down in the sprint. Hasn't had the best performance in that Mercedes all the time he's been there. I thought it was Max Verstappen, but Max Verstappen's quite far down because of that. Thanks for our ex-teammate Yuki Tsunoda, but thanks to these good lead tyres, we are going to take the lead back in Austria. Not for very long though, as Lewis Hamilton's going to say, nah, mate, my win. And we do a nice move to the inside of turn number 3. But he's going to come back at us regardless. Lewis Hamilton is not done with this win yet. Extra horsepower we're going to succeed position. But Lando Norris is going to come right at us. We're going to put the medium back on. As we need some of that. Need some juice. He's just in dirty air.
Green flag.
Oh. Yep, he spins round and... So what happened to Vesti then? Did he? No way he got disqualified. Oh my god, Nico Hulkenberg just kamikazed him and then Behrman kamikazed his teammate. But someone spun. Who spun? It could be a safety car, as there's a lot of cars on track. It's George Russell, I think.
Okay, there's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals
It's
have
George
managed to clean it
Russell.
up in time, and there are so far no plans for a safety car. Some information on Vesti.
And Vesti's
they're
out.
of this race.
But if you wanted points, now is the time to get some crucial points. If you can get past these cars, some might actually get disqualified. Vesti and Russell, I think. And Vesti's out with a DNF. Oh, but it's going to be mega deep. But when we came to Austria, it was P1 for the Scuderia. But Lando Norris is going to win in Austria, and we're going to take P2. Unfortunately, yet again, it's P2.
Yes, great drive.
Oh.
Great drive. Everyone here is really happy with that performance. Well done, mate.
That is just unfortunate. Lando Norris wins. We came P2 and Lewis Hamilton rounds out the podium. It is so annoying.
Take a bow. At last, a winner in Formula One.
A great victory for them today, Crofty, and you know, it gets to this part in the championship, you're getting tired, you're feeling the fatigue of a long season. Not many races to go now though, and if you can keep this kind of performance up, it's going to serve you well through to the end of this year.
Unfortunately, we just...
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everybody at the team.
Unfortunately, we just had no grip at the end, and we... Not locked up, we just had no traction going into that corner, which is so unlucky. So unlucky.
With that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action, but with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
But obviously, Lando Norris does win the Grand Prix. From P5 on the grid, it is not too bad. Lance Stroll, I think, gets his first points. Gasly. But for the standings... Where is Lando Norris? Lando Norris is showing who's boss at the moment. Me and Leclerc on the same amount of points, and we're just 2 points behind Max Verstappen. George Russell could have been up there as well, but we might be on for a 5-way championship. But still leading at the top. Red Bull still coming for us at the moment. Same for whoever else that was. But I'll catch you guys in Silverstone for the home Grand Prix. And I promise you, we'll do better there. See you then.